Welcome to the Lone Machinist podcast, a podcast where it's just you, your tools, and the work. No team, no backup. I'm Jamie from JSpec Engineering, and every episode we're tackling the highs and lows of flying solo in the machining world.
And I'm Curt from Confounded Machine, here to chat about everything it takes to make it as a one-man show in the shop. From grinding and turning to the struggles of running a one-person operation, we're sharing the stories, the tricks, and the challenges that come with going it alone.
If you're out there in the shop grinding away by yourself or just thinking about taking a solo plunge, this show's for you.
So throw in your ear protection and let's talk about life behind the machine.
Welcome to the Lone Machinist podcast, where we now have Technicolor. It's the first episode that we are planning on going to video. So if all goes to plan, there will be video on my YouTube channel, as well as on Zencastr. As far as I know, AJ actually watches on Zencastr because he gets video every week.
What a crazy person.
Well, there's AJ. Just saying.
I guess if you have it on in the background, that works out, yeah. So.
Yeah, no, exactly. So I think he uses Zencastr
Cool.
as his player. But anyway, so what have you been up to? What have you been up to today or this week?
This week I had got all the English. All the orders are shipped. And then I reordered a bunch of supplies and just stuff that kind of has crazy long lead times, like those little like triangle pen boxes. I was kind of getting nervous. I was getting low on those. And last time I ordered them, they were like a huge, like 2-month lead. I made sure like I have one, like I made sure that I had a huge box of them. And I wrote right on the box, like, if you open this, order. So
Yeah.
I followed my own instructions and they thankfully shipped today. So I don't think it's going to be an issue.
Okay.
But just kind of the more I don't know, janitorial kind of end of the week kind of stuff. Just get everything tied up. But how about you? What have you been up to?
Yeah, also ordering boxes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got some anchor point orders or sales over the weekend, so I was busy boxing them up today and was having to take batch 1 anchor points out of boxes so I could put pallets into those boxes because it's all the same box that I have run out. So I've ordered another 50 boxes so that I have stock, and then I'll put some Kanban cards in place, and because order cards you can generate your own order card, your own cards. So I'm going to get my packaging stuff sorted out and just have cards in that we don't end up in the situation. I should have boxes probably tomorrow or the following day. They just generic local boxes. So it's not the end of the world. But been packing things and admin-y, bought some titanium.
Nice.
Yes, going to make titanium racking. And also bought a sheet of 0.64 to make other racking. So I need to...
chunky
0.64.
Stuff. Oh, wait,
millimeter. Millimeter. That's, I don't know what it is in bananas.
I don't know, 400 bananas or something.
0.64. It is... Yeah, we have
plug my
imperializers, Curt.
I know, I'm just plugging mine in right now.
25 thou. 25 banana. Yeah. So pretty thin, but it's what all my racking's currently made of, except this time I'm going to have it laser cut. So I'm going to do some designs, and then I'll send the sheet off somewhere and have them laser cut it for me, because no one here cuts fancy things. So I do work for the guy at the knife store, and he's got a laser cutter that'll do it. So yeah, I'll design it, have them just blast out a bunch for my mag bases and knives and all that. And then the pinning, I bought 6mm diameter titanium rod that I'm going to thread M5 for racking the anchor points when I anodize them.
Nice.
Because currently the anodizing pins are consumable, which really isn't the end of the world. But if I can make my life easier, I'll make my life easier.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. And the anodizing I now have pretty well dialed.
Yeah, I was, you told me before the podcast to check out your story and that you did that green. Oh, yeah. It's such a nice vivid color.
It was meant to go to one of our Patreons, but it's not going anywhere now. I milled off one of the Lang stud holes because I'm very smart. So that will go on to my other shenanigans from the weekend.
I think I saw that. Are we talking about the same thing? Is it the little trunnion?
Yes.
God, that's cool. That is so cool.
So that's been chilling in my head for a while. And then I designed a version for Jacob, EJ, and James. We were all hanging out on Friday night on Discord. And we're discussing that whole story. I'm like, no, I'm a little worried about rigidity, so I'd rather make it a trunnion. And then I knocked up that design in like 35, 40 minutes. And then
It's
sent it to them titled A Bad Idea. And then sent them a message the following morning. I'm like, hey guys, I'm going to send you an updated version that's a bit better designed for manufacturing. Like change some of the like really big things you've got to machine into plates. So I did that. So it's on my docket for being manufactured as well because I want one. Although I have a harmonic drive and I'm probably just going to build an indexing unit. But yeah, I like making fun stuff. So
and that's like it's basically just like it's an indexer is essentially what you're making it for. I'm assuming.
So okay, you, in theory, could use it like, I assume you've seen AJ's latest video, the poor man's fifth axis, or you don't need a kern, or whatever he titled it.
It's sitting in I haven't watched it, but it's sitting in my two watch bucket.
Yeah. In a nutshell, he's got an Aroa system, which indexes at 90, and he's got a horizontal and a vertical, so he can hit 5 sides.
Correct. Yeah.
So basically, this is the same thing with the anchor point. Yeah, I've actually used the anchor point as a dividing unit before. Back when I did that really stupid Delrin job that was 900 millimeters long on a 700 millimeter travel machine. And then I was clamping the Delrin. I had it screwed to an indexing plate, and then I just popped it into an anchor point and indexed it.
Well, and I guess
you can put, sorry.
I say the cool thing about your palette is like on the bottom, like you can, if you wanted it, you could just like index. So you could drill holes to make 90 indexes, or you could drill holes like every 10 degrees and just like
I've got a palette with 15 degree increments.
Cool.
That are made for that exact reason. And then I designed it around the little Zingdai vases because I have one of those that I don't use.
It's so cute. So it's so cute.
And then I've got the little tailstock support thing because I don't trust it. Like you're gonna run out of rigidity really quickly. So I've got the little tailstock dingle. And then I think it looks like it'll work, so I'll build one, and then we will see. I'm pretty sure I have all the material on hand already.
It's a smart looking design. Like I do like I was like, oh, I like the tailstock on it. I'm like, it looks like a little just chunky little unit. I like it.
Little trunnion. I've got a job that I need to index like that, so may as well just roll it into this. Make some front sights for 1911s.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to hit it from 3 different sides, and this will do the trick.
Well, and it'll probably be more rigid than like your harmonic, unless your harmonic is just built like an absolute tank. Like I imagine. So this is probably going to be more rigid if you don't require simultaneous. Yeah,
it's a small harmonic that I have. So yeah, I don't require simultaneous, so it's fine. And I changed the little tailstock thing, so it's actually just supports on the bottom, so that you can actually unclamp and take the trunnion out and put a different trunnion in without having to unbolt anything.
I was wondering, I was like, how the fuck do you get it out? I'm like, well, I guess it's a vise. You never really take it out. You're just kind of just going to pull it out and separate and spin it, but that makes more sense. So,
yeah, my thought was to be able to take it out, and then you can also take that little support dingle off and put it vertically on an anchor point to be able to hit the front face.
Right, yeah.
There's lots of fun and exciting options. But yeah, the first anchor point that isn't in North America landed today.
Oh, cool.
Yes, it's in the Netherlands, and another one is leaving tomorrow to France, and another one's leaving to the US tomorrow. EJ's one should be delivered tomorrow as well. He ordered a second one. He ordered the French flag.
Nice.
And then made me engrave stars on it, so it wasn't a French flag anymore.
Aw.
Yeah, so that's arriving there. It should be today or tomorrow. So quite excited. So he's going to have 2 of them, and then he's going to run his lures op 1, op 2, and 2 anchor points.
Yeah. So I think that's the way.
Yeah, they are quite useful. Haven't used mine in like a week, but they're quite useful.
I don't know. I have mine collecting dust, and I just every time I do something stupid, I'm like, why am I not? So it's going on my machine eventually once I get my Acton gear here.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. When you find the need for it, you'll use it.
Oh, the problem is I have the need. I'm just like
the time investment up front is the tricky one. To convince yourself to do that is the tricky bit. So
totally.
Yeah, so one of my topics is more torque spits. I went and so I'm actually waiting to hear back from Heat Treaters. I should have heard back today. I'll phone them tomorrow. We dropped 1,000 of them off at Heat Treats. Customer phones, hey, what's happening with the torque spits? We need to order more. We want another 2,500 to start.
Yikes.
So I ordered, I'm waiting, I'm getting drills in tomorrow. I'm changing up the way I'm doing the stupid aim assists. I bought myself a 12 millimeter. What is it? It's a RMMT insert. It's the button inserts, the round ones. I bought myself a little indexable mill, one tooth indexable mill. I'm going to mill the side off of it and mill it flat. It's going in my latest boring bar because it's the same profile as I need. So it's going to become a super stubby boring bar. And then I bought an 8 millimeter reducer sleeve that's going to go into my machine. I'm going to indicate the center line, put a drill in the lathe chuck, and then feed it in to bore it out to the size I need, so that the drill's also super stubby. And I'm going to try and shorten up that whole travel and everything, and try and cut a minute off my cycle time is my goal.
Nice. Yeah. Well, it's going to make a big difference at that quantity.
Yeah. Although that 6 mil boring bar is done friggin' well. It's made 2,000 of the things.
That's a lot.
I ground a hell of a radius on the tip, and that solid carbide boring bar is just, it won't say die. But it eats a lot of cycle time boring it, so I want to rather drill it, buy a bigger press, and just use more force. And then I'm making anchor point pallets to run the torque splits on. So I'm going to order 8 pieces of material because I'm going to have 4 anchor points in my machine, so I can walk away for 45 minutes at a time. So I'll have 2 sets of pallets. So I'll load one while the other one runs. And then, I get about 45 minutes of walk away time. And every time I hit go, 64 torque splits.
Okay, so that's reasonable. Yeah, it's not like not like killing yourself by just standing by the machine for days on end doing 1 minute cycles.
We're doing a 14-minute cycle for 20.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bit annoying to have to reload that often. So we'll just make lots and lots and lots of them. So I'm going to make a bunch of fixtures, number them all, as I like to do. I need to make a rack to hold pallets, but I'll deal with that in the coming little while. But so what have you been up to this week? You see you've...
Well, aside from all the packaging and all the actual stuff that kind of feels nice to do, because then it feels like I've got paid. So I was like, let's put these things in boxes and send them out, and it all feels nice. I also had to do a bunch of rework for... I didn't go on Instagram and say it just because I was kind of in the deep depths of despair while I was going through it. Not despair, but I was just like, I did a bunch of those ISO grips with the black anodize. And the pattern they have on them, I clock all the end caps, which is fine. I have a bunch of jigs that lets me clock them pretty perfectly. Like I make parts in a vacuum. Like I can make one part and I can make one part and put them together and they match. So I did that and they all matched, and I did a test assembly because I'm not silly. And they all matched. And then I put them through the blackening process, which has a very heavy chemical etch, and my threads are 40 threads per inch. And I etch them a lot harder than I do for a color anodize. And color anodizing, I deliberately don't etch it too hard because I know this happens. The threads shrink ever so slightly, and it doesn't take much at 40 turns per inch to change the degrees. And if it's off by even half a degree, you can see it, and it looks stupid. And that's what happened with every single one of them. Every single one of them, the clips was off by maybe a degree, and I was like, oh no.
What is your workaround on that?
My workaround is take all the end caps and throw them in the trash and make new ones, which isn't too big a deal, honestly, because the lathe can chunk out end caps lightning quick.
Yeah, but still.
And I drop them in the sile, and it can machine that. Everything is. It took me an hour to get back to square, and then an hour of finishing to match the finishes because.
Yeah.
It was just tedious, but.
Okay, sorry. Just want to finish updating your shirt order because Kurt's decided to go and get buff, so the shirts that are organized for him don't fit. And Printful's being daft. No stress, bro. So how are you clocking them? Are you? It's just your words are hard. It's just the clip that's clocked. The pattern doesn't extend up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, the pattern is on the clips, and then I just want the pattern to match on the clip on the body, but that just means aligning it to a position on the body. So it's not hard. You just gotta align the end cap to the body, and you could literally just do it, tighten them on, put a Sharpie line, and then I have other jigs where the Sharpie line lines up when I go and machine the pocket where the little clip goes. This sounds, if people are listening, this makes no sense. But
no, that's not even the worst thing I've heard. I've got a customer who threads parts, and if he needs to rework the thread, he literally draws with a Sharpie on the part and on the on the chuck jaw that he can take it out, test
Yep.
fit, and then put it back in.
Yep, I might have done that in the past.
I see my wife misspelt your name, so good luck with that spelling. There we go. Sorted out.
Beautiful. Thank you, buddy.
Yes, no worries. Okay, cool. So I've got a customer who does it with a Sharpie with threaded nuts that he makes for scaffolding. Okay, so you clocking like a savage. I like it.
Well, and like I realized like I could get really crazy and I could put like a threaded stop in my 5C collet so the body's thread in, so like they come off machine the exact same. Like I could get really weird about this, but I don't worry about it yet because it
starts to add points of failure, because if you get a burr or shaving or something and now it's pushed out, you take it off, you clean it, you assemble, and now it doesn't clock again. So
and people have asked me, like, I've had a few people ask for end caps, and I'm like, I can send you an end cap, but I can't guarantee it'll be, like, I can guarantee it'll be clocked within probably a few degrees, but I can't guarantee it'll be perfectly clocked because they're fit up by hand. Like, I check them, and then and a lot of people send my pens out for modding, and this happens frequently, is the modder will take it, and they're going to anodize it, so they just cook them in the etchant, and it just totally messes the thread tolerance up, and then the customer gets it back and is like, hey, why doesn't anything line up? I'm like, because I got that modded, it just cooked the piss out of it and just took away a ton of material. And now it sounds like my
anodizers.
Yeah, it's like, this is what happens. But most people are, they're cool with it. And if they have a problem, they send it to me and I fix it up. But it's just, rework and stuff. It's fun to do. I don't mind doing it, but man, does it suck when you, like, I stockpiled all of these in like one day, where normally I would just do like a little bit of rework here, a little bit of rework there, and you don't notice it. But I put them all into one day, and I'm like, I worked the entire day today for nothing. I made not a dime. I'm like, actually, I lost money because I shipped it to them and I didn't charge them shipping. Which, if you guys are listening to this, I don't mind. Like, the feedback you're giving me is more valuable than the $10 you're gonna send me for shipping. But it just, if it is mentally kind of like, I feel rough.
Rework is never fun. Like, ever.
No.
Last week Tuesday was an interesting one.
Yeah, tell me more.
So I got an email from our local shunk agents. They're like, we're doing a demo day thing. Which would you like to come? These are the days, these are the time slots. And I'm like, they threw the worst intersection in Joburg, so like, let's plan this for like middle of the day so there won't be traffic. And then Tuesday I was pottering around in the workshop. I'm like, I wonder when that shunk thing was. Wasn't it meant to be like today or tomorrow? Thought I had booked for 2:30. So I go, it's 11:30. I go look at my emails, because I was expecting a Google calendar link so that I could just put it into my calendar. And I go open the email, 11:30. I'm like, oh shit, I'm meant to be 30 minutes from here now. So I phoned them quick. I'm like, hey, I'm on my way. I'll be there in 25 minutes. Danica was meant to go with me. She was running, she was blanking talk spits on the MCO. I'm like, sorry, chick, you staying here. I'm going to this demo day. So I hopped in my truck, zooted off there. Shunk makes some really nice stuff. Like, really, really nice stuff. And I think they get a bit of a bad, like, my perception of them was really bad. And that's courtesy of Clockwise of CNC. Like, I don't know, when he pushes a product, you assume it's shit and he's just pushing it.
Clockwise, I got you. Took me a minute. Yeah,
there we go. Took you a minute. But like, they're self-centering vices. The screw's not exposed. It's fully enclosed. So you never get shavings in the screws. Like, in the main lead screw. Like, it's all really nice stuff. I also learned that I should be asking for pricing on their Silver series of hydraulics, not the Tento Compact, because the Silver series, they do 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, whereas the Tento Compact, they do 12, 20, or 12, 16, 20. So the Silver series is a bit more of like an economy range that does all the common sizes. So I'm waiting for quotes on that, and also for quotes on a little Tribos kit.
Ooh.
The extendos, Tribos extendos. So the extended shank thingies, and then the little Tribos clampy unit. And then that just might get thrown in my hydraulic holder for shits and giggles.
Cool.
Because it's got the best run out. For doing for doing small end mill work, because I've also been figuring out how to make screws with a rotary
how's that going
broach,
for you?
because these people are fucking, well, I need to go and arrest them for money because I'm not buying a rotary broach until they give me money.
Yeah, those aren't cheap.
You can get them cheaply. I can get one cheaply. It'll arrive here within like 3 or 4 weeks. I just am not going to do that on my own dime. I'm tired of doing things for free. So even today, I had customers wanting, they want me to make a jig. I'm like, guys, you're doing this the most difficult way possible. And at this point, I'm just like, okay, that's the way you want to fucking do it. Here's your part. I'll machine it for you tomorrow, and I'm going to rip the ring on the price because you're doing it stupidly. So you're gonna suffer now. Because I redesigned their part for them to make it easier for manufacturing, assembly, and potting, and they want to pot it like the old ones. I'm like, cool, you guys you're gonna suffer now. So I will let them suffer. I don't mind.
That was the one you reworked with, like, you made a mold so it could just push in, they could pot it. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and they want to go the difficult way, so they can go the difficult way. They're not giving me enough orders for me to care at this point. Like this month, I haven't even got a RFQ from them. Last month, they did an entire $250 worth of sales. I'm like, woo! What am I meant to do with that? Like,
right, yeah.
Like, really? I'll go buy lunch and I'll be out of freaking money.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they are frustrating me a little bit. But that's why I have other customers. They can pick up the slack. And also my own product. They can pick up the slack.
Yeah, and that's a nice one.
Yeah, product is the way to go. Like, I was chatting to my financial advisor today. He came past for his annual checkup and whatnot with my retirement policies and that.
Mm-hmm.
And we're discussing, I'm like, no, products are where it's at. I was at a customer this morning. They make, I'm trying to think how to word this delicately, ugly furniture. So they do polyurethane, like, I'm trying to think how to word this really delicately. Like, you get that like 80s style, like, furniture with like that's really not textured, like frilly and shitty looking. Anyway, they do this with chipboard. So I retrofitted their router for them just over a year ago. And I said to them, watch your grease lines. You're going to have a bearing failure. Because if you're not getting grease to your bearings, sawdust equals bearing failure. And I got a call from them last week. We found a ball bearing on the machine. I'm like, okay, I will see you tomorrow. So I went through there on Friday morning at 6:30 in the morning. Ungodly early, had a look. Okay, cool. It's just a THK bearing. I know the agent. I used to work for his dad. So I sent him a mail, said, hey, it's this number. It's a wide, short block. He's like, here's the data sheet. Can you just confirm? So I messaged the guy. I'm like, hey, just please let me know what the length of the block is. And he didn't come back to me. So this morning, ungodly early, back there, because I know he gets there at 6:30 in the morning. So if I get there by then, I don't have to sit in traffic. So I got there stupid early this morning, measured the blocks. Okay, cool. I know what it is. Then I was chatting to them. Their margin is 8% on that furniture.
Ooh.
I'm like, that is tight. Holy cow, that is tight. And then, I could get hanger rash when it goes to the warehouses, and then their customers send it back for repair. They charge them for the repair, make a little bit more money, and send it back to them. But like their Christmas orders just came through last week, and now they've got problems with their router.
Ooh, yeah.
So at least it's only one block that's exploded. So I'm going to go swap that one block, clean the rails, and put in an oiling system for them, which I did to the other wood guys, and unfortunately their bearings stopped breaking. So I stopped invoicing. Now I was making a freaking killing. We put in THK blocks, so the THK does they do the sealed greased for life bearings, and they're great in a machine tool environment. Sealed greased for life. In a wood environment, hell no. 2 weeks, bearing exploded. And then I put on. They replaced them with normal blocks, and I put in the oiling, or I fixed the grease system. They've been running for like 2 years now.
Nice.
So the importance of lube, guys. Always remember to lube everything.
Lube makes everything go better. Yeah.
Well, even their one lathe that was exploding bearings every like 2 weeks. Put in an oiling system, haven't replaced a bearing in there for also like a year and a half.
Yeah. Machines love lube. Yeah, just keep them. Yeah, I know the big router I used to work, same thing. It had THKs on it, and it was actually what they had is they had little oil reservoirs on either side of the bearings with little felt like wipers.
Yes.
And I'm assuming those were like lubed for life. But yeah, after a week, all the oil's gone. So I told the guys, I'm like, anytime you're running this, like the wiper's already shot. I'm like, just oil the piss out of the rails. Just keep the rails just greasy because they're cutting mostly aluminum and like foam, so it collects.
Yeah, they're not cutting
horrible,
oak.
But
oak is the worst.
No, yeah, wood and anything that just sucks up and it's fine and
So
I said grease them. Oh, it's just grease them.
Yeah. So Houtlander, their greasing system was working because I serviced the stupid units. It's one of those. It's sequentially let's grease through. Really annoying. I took my ultrasonic cleaner, stripped the whole thing. Horrible. Hate those units. And then their one rail. So their upper rails were all fine. Then this whole machine cantilevers because it's made by an Italian. And the rail just totally fucked out. The bearings fucked out. I replaced them. And then they were getting a buildup of dust that was actually getting pressed onto the ballway, and you had to scrape it off. So they were scraping it off like every day, and it was still becoming an issue. Added an oiling system. Hasn't been an issue in a year and a half. Oils it every 45 minutes for like 10 seconds and just flushes all the oak dust out. Because that oak dust gets in and just reacts with the grease and makes like just solid.
Yeah.
Machining dead trees. It's great. Fun. Like I sent the THK agent email. I'm like, I need one block. This is a router. If they're within 2 millimeters, they're happy. Like, please don't try to sell me rails. Because if you try to sell me rails, I go elsewhere.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Don't come with that cuck. But I'm reading your fancy things.
I'm reading your fancy things too.
Yeah. You're next.
Okay.
You had a new shirt design, Curt.
Yeah, so I think we use the same fulfillment.
Yeah,
I use Printful for shirts just because everybody uses it and it ships anywhere in the world. And so I had a bunch of test shirts that I did up and sent to myself to make sure they weren't, heinous. And I didn't like them. Like I went with I did like the little logos on the back neck because that's what I wanted, a little logo there. Like you can do back printing and it goes like right below the collar. So I had a little text there. And it wasn't square. Like I put a shirt on and it would be drifted off, half inch to one side or whatever, or it would be skew. So I emailed them. I'm like, hey, what's the deal? And they're like, oh, our tolerance on printing is like plus minus an inch. I was like, ooh, that's
an
ragged.
Inch, good God.
An inch, yeah.
Like they're like a whole banana. That's ridiculous.
An entire banana. So yeah. So I was like, well, so I emailed them back. I'm like, hey, is there like a higher premium shirt I can buy? Like, can I get this better? Can I pay you more to get it better? And they're basically just like, no, like you get what you get and you don't get upset. I'm like, okay. So I went the other way around. So I redesigned one of my shirts. I made the logos I use it on my big sticker logo and I distressed it. So it looks like, it's been washed a million times. And then I put it on the shirt and then I kind of just resize it so that if it is out, you're not going to be able to like cite it to like certain lines on the shirt. And then I got rid of the little logo on the back because it was costing money and it was looking like crap. So anyways, I'm going to send a few of those to myself, mainly just because with the discount, you can get like a hot tip for anybody. Go on like a custom shirt designing website, put your designs in. You can buy one shirt and you'll get a discount and you can do it every single month. They give you a percentage usually.
Yeah, you get up to 3. Your shirts with the demo units.
Yeah, so you can get like shirts for like $15, full custom. So yeah, it's a nice way to replace your wardrobe with stuff you actually want to wear. So I'm gonna print a few more of them, see if I like them, and then if I actually like them, I'll put them on my site.
That's something like Danica. After you had issues with them, we realized that all of Danica's artwork, you can't. It's not full, so you can't see if it's not clocked, and that's by design.
And I noticed that. I looked at all your shirts.
I'm trying to decide if I want to tell you what shirts I'm sending you.
You play the game, whatever you want. It could be a surprise. You could tell me now. I'll be excited either which way. So
I know you will. Well, you're definitely getting a G84 shirt.
Nice. My wife is gonna love this one.
Yeah, I'm in a G84 till she M8s. I was actually looking at AJ's video from IMTS with all the machines, and I'm rocking that shirt in the video.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna make her a little shirt that says my little M8 or something like that. She won't get it, but it'll be heinous.
That's fucking great. Oh, jeez. We, speaking of getting all fancily dressed, we went to a medieval fair this weekend.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yes. So
I dressed up
as Doctor Who.
As you. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, obviously. I wasn't the weirdest dog there. There were a bunch of freaking weebs.
Oh
There's a
yeah.
bunch of anime nerds there. I'm like, guys, it's a medieval fair, not a weeb conference. But anyway, there were guys sword fighting, and I ate a turkey drumstick that I paid entirely too much for. Got to throw some axes. It was fun.
Sick.
It was something
Nice.
different. I was feeling a little bit burnt out last week, so it was a nice, like, entirely day off.
That's
I
good.
was actually chatting to my mate Dave, who burnt out hard. I think it was last year. Pitched up at my house drunk. Like, I got a call from his girlfriend to say, listen, we've just had a fight. He went out, came back pissed, and got in his car and left. If he gets to you, please let me know. I don't know where he's going. So yeah, he burnt out hard. So we're both very aware of burnout being a thing.
Yeah.
So, and we've also gotten a bit better at identifying it. Like, but yeah, he was drinking to cope, which is not ideal.
No, it never leads down the bright and sunny road. Yeah.
No. So he got confiscated his keys, and then he wanted to leave so he could go get drunk. So Danica was like, oh, you want to get drunk, do you now? So we got him drunk enough to pass out so I could go to sleep. And then he woke up in the morning not remembering anything. So needless to say, he doesn't drink anymore.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, I wonder why.
The more I hear about Danica, the more I like her, and the more I'm also terrified of her. She seems like such a nice person, and also seems like a terrifying person.
She deals with me on a daily basis.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, I know what you're like, and I'm like, if she deals with you, and like I see your interactions, they're usually quite happy and funny, and I'm just like, oh man, she must run a tight ship when Jamie's off camera.
Nah, I carry on as I want. But yeah, no, she knows what she married. Like a crazy person. But yeah, no. So burnout, so took the day off, and then Sunday was actually going to take the day kind of mostly off, and then the anchor point orders started rolling in. So I decided to anodize the black one that went out that's going to the US. So I ran that on Sunday afternoon, set up anchor points, body op 2s, because I still had another 12 bodies that needed machining. So I set up the op 1s for those. Let those op 1 while I did anno and potted around the workshop. And then today those ran pretty much till 12 o'clock, while I quickly bored out a part for a Zlin 2-seater aerobatic plane. The inverted oil pickup, yes.
Oh,
which
right,
was, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 operations.
Wow.
I'm not entirely happy with the threads on the one end, so I might remake it. But I bought out, so there's no tolerance. Here's a part. It's not working, make it work. So I machined it out of billets, but yeah, at some point it got a little cockeyed and the threads on the outside aren't super great. So I'm going to probably just run it through anno, and if it does leak, I'll just remake it for the guys. But it should be fine. The problem is there's no tolerance. So when I measure the bore where this thing slides in, depending on where I measure, it varies by like 0.2 of a millimeter.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit of a thing. But anyway, put my very short boring bar or U-drill, 5 times D 24 millimeter U-drill, and poked a 100 millimeter hole through a piece of aluminium. Problem there, I don't have enough travel. So I had to take my one block and move it back and like do some serious Jenga or Tetris to get it to all work. But yeah, anyway, poked those holes through and then went and bought a brake cylinder hone and just honed the bores out nicely. Yeah. And then I'm going to run it through anno just so it has a nice smooth hard surface on the inside.
Nah, smart.
I mean, looking at it was a casting. My part's a little bit better than a fucking casting. And it looks like that thread, it doesn't seal on the threads, it seals on a nut with a face, like with a face O-ring. So if the threads are a little bit chewed up, it's not the end of the world.
All right. Yeah. So done properly. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. I'll phone the guys. Hey, check if this works. If it doesn't leak, then you can pay me. If it does leak, then I'll make you another one. Because I wasn't gentle on the price. Because I had to reverse engineer the thing, and I was just not interested in being gentle. I couldn't bore it in the mill, otherwise I would have gone that route. Like I don't have a long enough setup to do that.
It's going on it's not going on someone's lawnmower. It's going on an airplane. So I'm assuming they don't care to spend, like they'll probably be okay spending a few extra shekels to make it good.
Yeah, no, 100%. But they'll fit it there. Considering the previous one had been welded and had a piece of rubber and a hose clamp to seal it, I think it'll be fine. I really think it'll be fine. What was really cool is all the threads short. There's one M6 thread and everything else was 1.5 pitch. So there was a 16 by 1.5, a 25 by 1.5, a 38 by 1.5, and a 30 by 1.5. So everything is the same pitch. I'm like, thank fuck. Because they could have been really dumb. But all the fittings are 1.5 pitch. It was great because I've got a nice 1.5 thread mill.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah. And then speaking of thread mills, I got an M12 thread mill in today.
Ooh, like a single point or like multi? Or?
The 3-tooth ones. The ones I normally like to run.
Yeah.
I just didn't have M12. I've got everything up till M10. I don't have M12. I don't have M16. So now I have M12 so that I can thread mill pallets because I want to make a vacuum pallet. So obviously I don't want the hole sticking through it. So
yeah.
Bought that. I've got some shenanigans coming along with pallets in the short term. Speaking of, I need to harass my cousin tomorrow. I ordered material last week and it hasn't arrived yet. So I'll phone her and shout at her. She's actually coming to visit me tomorrow. She can deliver it if they don't deliver it. She just put it on top of her car. Put a 6-meter length of aluminium on your car. I ordered a whole bunch of pre-cut material, so there's normally quite a queue for cutting.
Nice.
But yeah, I need to make more pallets because I have a grand total of I think 8 blank pallets left.
Oh wow, chanking through.
Yeah, I didn't make that many, but yeah, I need to make a whole bunch more now and just restock because if I sell in more anchor points, I'm going to run into problems. Yeah. I'm also thinking of doing a bit of a deal on the batch ones because I want to get rid of those. There's 4 left from batch 1 still, so I was thinking of just doing a bit of a special there. So keep an eye out for the special. I'll put it on the email list. So people who've signed up for the interest form, they will get notified first, and I might just let them go at a bit lower price just to get them off the shelf.
Yeah, not fair.
No,
yeah, I guess because I say you could color them kind of pretty to make them go away, but then that means disassembling. That means redoing a ton of crap.
No. Those are going as they are. The old anodars, they're just going on as they are. Because currently I've got 2 anchor points that are now my anchor points because one I didn't put a hole in it for the airline because I put a slot there, and the other one I tried to mill 8 millimeters off the bottom this afternoon. So I now have a green one, which I think will go into my indexy unit.
Anchor point slim model.
Yeah, ultra light.
Light model, yeah.
Yeah, geez. I packed up an order today, 10 kilos. Anchor point starter kit with 6 additional pallets. It's 9.6 kilograms.
Nice.
It's hefty. Yeah, that's very hefty. But yeah, I've got some 5-inch pallets that I need to machine up and test. And then I've got round pallets coming in. And then I designed a whole bunch. There's also going to be a product on the store for $0. That is it's all the CAD. So for all the different pallets and for the dummy units will all be in that. You just buy it, check out, and it emails it to you.
That's a nice idea. That's a super nice idea.
So we've also I made a super glue pallet with dowel holes, so you can drop dowels in to align your part and then pull the dowels out on a 5-inch pallet. And then I've made a round pallet with like a diamondy looking cool pattern for super gluing as well, just because it could. So I need to machine up some of those as well, amongst all the other things that I have to do.
Nice.
Because I'm making molds. I need to actually program them after this.
I feel like I was playing in your world of actually doing actual machining as opposed to just like making little itty bitty. The parts are still itty bitty baby parts. They're soft jaws.
It's 3D machined.
Yeah, 3D machined because this stupid. I don't have one of those mechanisms floating around here, but the top side of it is like all kinds of. It's got curves and radiuses, and it's very organic shaped. So I just plopped into a set of soft jaws and boolean done. And then the geometry was heinous. I was like, this is so ugly. It's going to take 1 billion years to finish, like to machine. There's no reason. So I'm like, I just kind of defeatured it and just machined it basically. But I was super, like, I haven't really done a lot of like 3D machining where the machine is, like actually doing a surface. And yeah, it did really well. And I didn't have like a bull nose or anything for that length. So I just used a straight end mill, and I was like, I'm quite impressed with how well this all repeated. So
were you using Cycle 832?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. My machine will die if I don't. So
I still haven't got around to playing with it. Like,
really?
I'm surprised. A thing I was supposed to do, and I just never got around to it.
Like I literally, like if I run the machine without it, it's just like like if I hold them, like have my hand on the machine, it just constantly beating itself up.
I must play with
Whereas
it.
like I run that cycle and it's just I can put a glass of water on the machine and like
it's just runs.
Nothing moves. Yeah, I mean it's tiny tool, so I don't have any vibration.
Definitely need to make time to play with it.
First, like I cannot get a nice surface finish without it. So
I've got a piece of aluminium. I was going to just basically take the aerofoil section from one of the molds I've made, divide it into 3, and then run without in the different modes basically, and see what the surface finish looks like, because it's got speed, surface finish, and accuracy are your settings.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm actually very curious to play with it, because I mean I was surfacing stuff today. Machine does a bang up job with surfacing, even without the fancy code.
Maybe it's an acceleration value, maybe it's, I don't know, because like without it, like the surfaces will look like I cut them with my teeth. Like if I wanted to do a blended surface, like it'd be like, I could do that with a chisel better than I could do with a machine, and it would take 100 years as opposed to a minute.
Yeah, I don't know what the default settings in my machine are, because I haven't really messed with that cycle. I don't know. Yeah, I must go.
Obviously better tuned than however mine was. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I keep getting adverts for the local SAL agents. They just got a shipment in of machines. Looks like they all have Siemens controllers.
Yeah, I think they basically are only going to that one, as far as I know. I haven't.
Well, after I played with the LNC controller, I don't blame them.
Oh yeah, I haven't messed with it, so
don't avoid them like the plague. They're shit. Justin's going to shout at me for saying that. They're interesting. So I was playing with one on a router, and it was an interesting experience. Very unintuitive, and some really weird quirks, but yeah, got to work. Actually, I had to troubleshoot a guy this weekend. He was trying to run that machine. Followed a tutorial online, because there's no manual. Why would there be a manual? Following a tutorial, and the tutorial wasn't as per the way his machine needs to be done. So it kept throwing a Z alarm, because it kept trying to go up, because when you use the button that they used in the tutorial, it didn't set the Z offset properly. So yeah, it was interesting. Apparently the macro language is really nice, according to Justin.
Oh, that boy lives in macro land, so I'm sure
he does.
Likes that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was going to get lucky and get a green anchor point, but then Jamie happened. That green came out really nice. I did get one stain on it, though, because the green kind of is old as hell and had floaters. And I missed one floater when I took it out and put it into the seal tank. So it then stained a dark green. But it's fine. It looks cool. It's going to go into an indexing unit so I can hide my little mistake I made. I also added, so when I DFM'd that trunnion unit, I added an external port on the back for your airline.
Oh, okay,
So you can put the anchor points in any orientation and not worry.
Ooh, speaking of external air, I don't know if we talked about it last time, but that little air valve vacuum line.
Oh, we wouldn't have, because that was Friday.
That you made up for, I don't know, did you make it up for
I made
Nocturnal?
One for EJ, and I made myself one as well.
That is so pretty. I know it's just a basic thing, but it's so pretty. Like,
I was thinking of throwing it on the store, because it's just, like, you don't need a slide valve on it. It's just a hard point to add airlines to, so that all your airlines always come to the same place. Like,
it's just like you put some basic angles on it and some simple machining, but it just makes the part. It looks so much like it looks nice. I appreciate when someone designs something and just makes it look nice because they can, not because they need to.
Exactly.
It's just like, it looks pretty.
And it's 70-75, because that's what the blocks of material were. And it anodizes. The purple is like the normal purple is orgasmic. This is like super orgasmic. I don't know. It's it's a little bit darker. The same recipe, but in 70-75, it's just a little bit darker, or I don't know how to describe it. Fucking pretty. Let's put it that way.
Sick.
It looks beautiful.
Cool.
And super convenient. Now I have my vacuum line there. I have my 2 air supplies. Yeah, super useful. I was thinking of adding it to the website. Like, I need to go through and add a bunch of stuff to the website. Blank pallets, short pull studs for if you want to make a vacuum chuck and you only want to go with 20 millimeter material. So then I just zip the end off of the pull studs. And then I want to make AJ a M10 BT30 pull stud.
Why is that?
He's making a rower. He's making everything compatible pallets at the moment.
Oh, I
but
gotcha.
a row is
Okay,
M10 and BT30 is M12. So I'm thinking I'm just going to throw them in the MCO, rip them down to be 10 diameter, and then thread them.
Nice. Okay.
Because like I've got a little Zhangdai vase, and if I make a 10 millimeter thick aluminium plate that goes between the pull stud and the vase, so you put that between the vase and the pull stud, you clamp that whole thing together, there you go. It drops onto your machine and locates.
Right.
And it's minimum stack up. So yeah, I was thinking of making a little adapter plate for those. But yeah, the issue is shipping out of this place.
Yeah.
It gets expensive quickly.
Yeah.
But we will see. Because also come I think 8 days from now is the cutoff for Americans getting their things without paying import duties.
Allegedly,
yes. Well, that's our cutoff date for shipping it to them.
Yeah.
It's end of the month. But yeah, like we'll see.
I know. I
was chatting to the guy in the Netherlands. He just pays his import duties because that's how the rest of the world works.
I know. I was talking with Justin this morning. By the way, Justin's a sweetheart. Just that is all. He's just a super kind.
Wondering.
Yeah, he sent me a message. I'll more will be divulged later, but he's just a cool guy. Okay. Anyways, he was kind of concerned. He sent me some shipping information, and I was like, dude, I'm like, don't stress. Like I am so used to paying like brokerages, import duties, like no matter what I get. Like if someone sends me a package and I'm like, oh, I have to, is $40 owing on it? I'm like, yep, here you go. Here's $40. That's just how it works here. Like every single package I buy, unless I buy it within Canada, everything I order is going to have between $80, $20, $35. It's going to cost me something because
if I bring something from China, FedEx, anywhere between $20 and $100, depending on what I bring in. I bought screws in from the UK. I paid $60 for screws, $60 for shipping, $60 for import duties. I literally paid more on import duties than I paid on the screws. And it's just, it is a part of life. Like everywhere else in the world. Send stuff to France, send stuff to Netherlands this weekend. The Netherlands one arrived. The guy sent me a message, hey, the anchor points arrived, looks beautiful, but shirts haven't arrived. No, those get fulfilled from within Europe. Because like, no, the import duties had the shirts. I'm like, they really shouldn't have, because the commercial invoice wouldn't have had that on it. So, but yeah, like everyone's used to just paying import duties. That's how it works. I mean, I got hit 30% on freaking screws. Because we make them locally, there's a 30% tariff. We don't make them locally because they fucking torque screws. But yeah, try explain that to someone. I'm actually curious to see how much my import duties are going to be on my very cheap thread gauges that I bought.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Jacob's a bad influence. He put me onto an AliExpress seller that does cheap thread gauges. So no-go gauges. So I bought M8, M10, M12, and then I bought 2 rings. I bought a 10 and a 16 because my bore marks that I have are 14 to 17 and 8 to 10, and they've got a 17 and a 8 millimeter calibration ring, which are not the sizes I'm measuring. So I want a calibration ring on size so that I can make sure that they're measuring with as little deviation as possible. I also bought nail polish this week to nail polish my thread gauges. Red and green.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to tell me something special.
I think we bought some other ones. I don't know. Danica bought gel one. I was like, I want shitty nail polish. I don't want to have to use a UV light. I want shitty nail polish to mark my gauges. Not that I need it. It's that if I want Danica to gauge something, it must be straightforward. I don't want to. Yeah, I actually had a customer reach out, needs me to do some turning. Needs me to machine 100 dowel pins. I'm like, why? You machine these things out of BMS, firstly. Okay. And you want me to hold a silly tight tolerance on them? Are you on drugs? So like a 20 micron tolerance. What the fuck? And then the pin's 40 mils long. They want it threaded right through. I'm like, what? Are you putting it on a piece of threaded rod right through? Thread in from each end. So now I've got to drill them. And then I said, sorry, I can't thread them. You can thread them yourself. I'll lend you a collet block, set it up in your bridge port, get your appy to put it in and just thread them with the power thread them. I'm not threading them. I can't thread that blind. I'm going to break a tap. Not interested. So I've got to turn. I'm doing them. Stupid favor fucking jobs. Same work with the machines. That if he breaks a drill, he loses money. Same guy. And when he took the work on, he was quiet, and then those orders picked back up. So now he doesn't want to break his machines down to run 100 stupid little pins. So it's become my problem.
It's fine if it's your problem. You just got to get paid for it.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to pay much for it, but yeah, anyway, I help him out. He helps me out with wire cutting, and he does my heat treating on the anchor point parts. So willing to scratch his back a little bit. Like
fair enough. Yeah. Okay.
Did I ever tell you about the line winders I built for putting fishing line onto fishing reels?
I think briefly you might have mentioned it. I remember you saying something along the lines, but I don't know much about it.
Yeah, the machines that I sold for $2,500, I sold 2 of them and ended up spending $5,000 or $6,000 servicing these stupid fucking things because I didn't realize that morons were driving them when I designed them. Anyway, after 5 years, one of them is in my workshop now. The guys were like, oh, can you just give it a look over? The pedal stopped working and whatnot. They just wanted me to give it a solid looking over. Power supply died, so I swapped the power supply. Open the gearbox because I got it working. I'm like, hey, why is the one drive not working? So open it up. The bearing collapsed and the bolt fell out. So they took a screwdriver, shoved it through the bolt hole, and then tied it with fishing braid. So I ended up taking these, because now this thing was belt drive. I ended up making it gear drive because they kept stripping belts. Made it gear drive, so it's noisy as hell. Took the gears out, bored them out, made a sleeve, put it together, and now I need to go TIG weld it. So now I'm trying to get to my mate's house who's got my TIG bottle so that I can go and put 6 little TIG welds and then reassemble this thing and have it out of my workshop because it's in front of my MCO right now because I literally do not have space for it in my shop. But yeah, I hate those things. But yeah,
it sounds annoying.
They're getting billed through the ring, and when they complain, I'm going to tell them, when you pay, you can fetch your machine. Until then, don't send anyone.
Just tell them it was basically you're just paying X amount of dollars per year for the last X amount of years that you've just been brutalizing it, and now you're paying for all that maintenance in one go. So it's actually inexpensive.
Yeah, power supply's dead. Power supply's straight up like $60. Luckily, I had one on hand, and then I want to change the pedal. It's got one of those flexible resistors. So the more harder you press, I use one of those. I'm going to change it to a Hall effect sensor so that they fucking physically cannot break it because nothing touches.
Because you underestimate people.
The level of dumbassery on these machines, like holy cow. So yeah, no, those I learned my lesson hard back in the day. That was in they must have been 2021, maybe 2020, somewhere around there that I made these. And yeah, fucking stupid idea. But anyway, we live and we learn.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't build machines anymore for this exact fucking reason, because stupid people drive them. Although having said that, like retrofits, generally machinists aren't too bad. It's the general population you got to worry about.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like machinists are okay. Even these guys that they broke a bearing on their router, that it runs better than it ran before. And I was chatting to them, and they're saying, with the new, with the apricot Pi that's in there, or the little apricot computer, is what it was described to me as this morning. The Raspberry Pi, the little apricot. It turns on so quickly compared to their Windows XP machine that was running it, that they turn it on, run it, and turn the machine off. Because I was discussing with them, the oiler, it's going to oil every 45 minutes, whether you're running or not. So don't leave the machine standing or you're going to have a puddle of oil. And they're like, no, they power on, run the machine, power off, because they don't, and also they're worried about power surges. But yeah, the apricot turns on so quickly that it's not an issue to power cycle the machine. Yeah, that would be great joy when he called it an apricot this morning, because they're not technically inclined. Like they make furniture.
No, I get it. Yeah,
it was fucking great. The apricot. But yeah, that's running a Par 5 and a 7 R96 S board.
Oh yeah, so it'll boot up a little quicker than the old. Although, a Windows 98 box with nothing on it still boots up.
I know that had lots of crap on it. It's Zilog. The machine runs smoother than it ever ran before. With the SCM controller, it runs. It's running smoother than that. Like, it's ridiculous. But the SCM machines are not my favorite machines in the world. I actually thoroughly dislike them. If you hadn't caught on to that. Okay, what else have we got here? Oh, yeah, Curt's becoming a gamer and trying to convince me.
Oh, I'm going to successfully convince you.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
Actually, I have a few people in my DMs that are kind of always not sending me, but they always have pictures of like those like retro consoles and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, you guys are just like sprinkling cocaine in front of a coke addict here. And I don't have one of those. Like I use my phone, but like sometimes I'll play like whatever Grand Theft Auto on my phone, and I have a little controller I plug into. But then like the phone gets hot, and like I'm usually low on battery already, and I'm like, you know what? It's kind of annoying because then the text comes through, and then I'm distracted, and I'm like, you know what? I want just a little console. So like in the evening, my little people are in bed and I've done all my shit for the day. Instead of just doom scrolling something that doesn't help me, I'm like, I could just sit down and play some old school Mario or whatever.
If you can run Steam on it, then you can freaking run like Portal or Half-Life or one of those old Age of Empires.
That's the problem. Is I looked at this Retroid Pocket 5 is what I ended up buying, and you can run Steam. You can easily run Portal 2. There's videos on running Portal 2. I have Portal 2. Like you can run Half-Life, one of my favorite games ever. So so I'm kind of pumped about this. So now I'm trying to convince you.
Oh, dude, no. You have convinced me. Guys, buy Anchor Points so I can buy one of these, please.
Yeah, exactly. Buy more of Jamie's shit so he can buy
little gaming things. Speaking of that, the sales from the weekend actually paid my machine payment.
Sick. That's awesome.
Yeah, like that to me is freaking cool. Like my product actually paid for my machine payment this month. And that's cool. That's freaking cool awesome. Feeling. Yeah, no, it's a very cool feeling because obviously the machine pays for itself every freaking month, but this from a product, like not from random job shop work. It's from the product I made, which is cool.
It's a different feeling. Yeah, for sure.
It's a very different feeling.
To be like,
Yeah, and then speaking of, I've got two interesting things.
You have a few topics I want to hit. I don't know if I'll have to push some to the next.
Go for it. No. Which ones would you like to know about?
Okay, well, let's do. I feel like the mill lathe thing. We could go on real long, so we'll leave that for just a second.
We'll leave that for a second.
Tell me about your coffee grinder, because I guarantee everybody listening to this podcast is a savage when it comes to coffee as well.
Yeah. So for Danica's birthday, my mate Dave got her a little French press and some pre-ground coffee, and it's like, don't share this with Jamie. He's a savage. This is for you. And then we ran out of beans, so we started doing that. And I'm like, oh my word. This is so much better. We're getting a much darker coffee in the filter pot thing, just the drip coffee, but a much darker and much better extraction, for lack of a better word. I'm going to get shouted at by the coffee people. And I'm like, I know why. It's because we've got this fucking little spinny bitch with ninja swords trying to chop my coffee beans up. I fucking hate it. But it was free. Yeah. But I hate it. So yesterday I'm like, nope, screw this noise. We're going to buy a Burr coffee grinder. So I looked around online. We went to the mall, went to all the shops. I knew where I was going to buy one, but we tried everywhere else. Ended up buying a coffee grinder, a waffle maker, and a hair curly thing for Danica for 26 Rand more than the coffee grinder would have been. So literally $2 more, because it was buy this, but buy two and you get 30% off. Buy three things and you get 40% off of all of them. So ended up paying an extra like $1.50 and got a waffle maker and a hair thingy, and I got a burr grinder. Magic. Push button.
Oh, yeah.
Burrs out, like grinds it nicely, and the coffee is so much fucking better. Like not even comparable. So I threw that stupid little ninja blade thing away. Like fuck that thing. But again, it's what we had, so we used it. Yeah. But compared to the burr. Like the burr grinder does so much better job. So I'm a coffee snob.
Like I'm a coffee snob, but I will drink any coffee that you give me. Like I don't care. Like I will not complain. Like if I go to someone's house and I do not care. I will drink any kind of coffee. But you're right. When you pay good money for like a nice little burr grinder, get some good beans, some like locally roasted beans that haven't been sitting on the shelf for 9 months. It makes a big difference.
I get beans. It's Guatemala. So we get single origin here from our local supermarkets. And I like I think it's the Guatemala. I like it's the blue one. I like those beans. I like the flavor profile of it. So Danica's like, no, maybe we should get like a darker roast. I'm like, no, our grinder is the problem. Because if I buy pre-ground of that, it's nice and rich. But if we're grinding ourselves, it's a fuck up. So bought one. I set it to 3. I go, and it grinds me the perfect amount. And I'm ordered it. It's great. And then Danica was reading the instruction manual. Do not put beans in the hopper if the hopper is not installed. They will fall through the bottom. That is literally the instructions. It's like, what the fuck? So no, that was great. And then my screen arrived today. I bought a new monitor for the workshop.
Ooh.
Yeah, 27-inch 1440p monitor.
For the workshop, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I guess for CAD. Okay.
Yeah, for CAD. No, dude, okay. Like literally, if you take away the little the file manager menu thing on Fusion, I can have Fusion on one side and my emails on the other side, and they're both still usable.
Nice.
Like, it's insane. So it isn't mounted yet because I need to rip my whole desk apart. But that whole setup, I bought it. It's a refurbed monitor. I paid, that's in millimeters, $140 for a monitor.
That's
factory refurbished.
That's pretty cheap.
Kind of want to buy another one for upstairs. And then take my 24-inch monitors as the secondary monitors.
Nice.
Yeah, like a true savage. But yeah, I've been wanting to buy one of those for a while, and it's great. Like, I don't even know that I need a second monitor. It's that big and that high resolution. Because, cool. I mean, I've been on 1080p for, oh God, now I feel old, for 14 years. Since I bought the monitor in my workshop is 14 years old.
Nice.
I think, no, it's older than that. No, it can't be a freaking teenage. It's a teenager.
It's probably kids listening to this podcast.
Sorry, it's not a teenager. It's a freaking adult.
Younger.
That monitor's 18. Oh, God. I feel old now, damn it. Other than this camera making me look old, and I feel old.
Yeah, exactly. See all the pores and all the wrinkles. Yeah,
no, I'm not a fan of that. I forgot to shout out our Patreons earlier. So the Patreons make the wheels on the podcast go round and round. And this week, Jacob pressured EJ into joining our Patreon. So EJ from Nocturnal Welding, thank you for joining the Patreon. He also joined at one of the top tiers, so he's going to get shouted out every week, along with Jade from Benchmark 20, Luke from Fabtastic, and AJ from Subtract Manufacturing, because that's what he wants to be shouted out as.
Thank you all. That's awesome.
Also, I got a nice shout out on their podcast.
Ooh, I'm excited. I haven't listened to it yet, so yeah, I'm excited for that.
Dude, that thing dropped. I'll listen to it at the same time. But speaking of their podcast, Robot Oblivion got shouted out on their podcast. And that leads us into the topic of mill lathe, because both Curt and I have gone down this rabbit hole of using our mills as lathes before we had lathes.
Yep. And it works surprisingly well.
It works amazingly well. I'm actually just going to quickly copy and paste this into the show notes. We will be putting a link to Robot Oblivion in the show notes. Guy out of New Zealand, does his own anodizing, has a SAL X7, judging by the spindle on it. It would be an X7 with an LNC controller. So yeah, we ended up chatting today. He hit me up, he was asking about my dye tanks, and then I was going to ask him what machine he had, so I went and looked at his profile, and I'm like, hey, wait, this is the guy AJ and them were talking about this morning. But yeah, he made a beautiful block for doing turning in his mill, because he doesn't need to make a shitload of parts. He's making the kingpins for the custom skateboard trucks that he makes.
Yeah, which look so sick.
Beautiful.
Like, they're so pretty. I love the machined lines on them. Like, yeah, they're so pretty. Makes me want to buy a set for the skateboard I never ride. Actually, it's right here. Not that I don't ride it, it's right here.
Yeah, I ride mine every now and again. I've got a longboard that I built, and I take it up to the pizza place, which I can literally throw a rock at, and the cheese shop, which I could throw slightly harder and hit. They're like in the same complex thing. But I will push my board down the road, then carry it up the hill to them, just so that I can ride it down the parking lot. Because you can carve with that longboard so nicely. And the intrusive thought has entered my head to make an aluminium deck.
Yeah. I guess you have the space for it. Yeah, you have the room for it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, the thought has entered my head on multiple occasions. And I also have a vacuum chuck now that does the whole span of my machine. So
go down the
I'm trying to avoid Winston. That, but I think it'll be fun. The Winston Moy,
Winston Moy's big isogrid longboard. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, I did a surprise push up the one day recently when I was using my longboard.
Oh.
Yes. We went up to the cheese shop, Danik and I, coming back, carved down the parking lot, cross the main road. I push off and my boot touches the back wheel. And I go forward, surprise push up. Don't want to ruin my face. Surprise push up. Get back up, like, what the fuck? What just happened? Okay. Push off again, same thing. Surprise push up. Now, my back was ruined for like a week. Like, I pulled a whole bunch of muscles in my back. But yeah, it never happened again. Like, now I'm aware that my boots are fucking giant, like clown shoes, and yeah, don't touch the wheel. But yeah, not something I use that much anymore because I'm scared of falling.
Yeah, I used to always just like skateboard to the post office, and then they got rid of the post office. I was right beside me, and then the new post office is kind of a far skateboard. So I was like, and then my packages now are like, I have enough of them that it's kind of awkward. So I'm just actually
we didn't have a post office nearby for like 6 months. They were renovating the shopping center, and we had to go to like one that was probably 5 or 6 kilometers away, and then they opened the post office up again. Yeah, but they will not send you a slip. So if anyone sends me anything, please put my cell phone number on it. Otherwise, I literally just don't know it arrives. The postman doesn't exist anymore. They'll send you an SMS. Otherwise, you don't know it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, my dude. Well, should we do what's in our Google boxes?
Oh yes, what's in your Google box, Curt?
Smokeronis.
Oh, hang on. Sorry, I'm just looking. I did mention to EJ that we were recording, and if you had any questions, to hit me up. For my third anchor, he asked if he can get nebula pattern for his third anchor point.
Make it out of titanium. Go nuts, I'll do it.
Oh, jeez. No, the thought of that hurts my brain.
The thought of doing a nebula pattern on something that big hurts my brain too. There would definitely be tears. I would definitely cry.
Yeah, because I know the process there is interesting.
Yeah, I would actually cry. I'd cry from the annoyance, and I'd probably also cry from the freaking chemical exposure. So
yeah, because that's I know the process. That's not a fun because I've tried it, but I didn't have my stuff shiny enough to get a decent
it helps.
Finish.
Helps.
Because I remember we chatted about it a long time ago. I asked you how you did it, and then you gave me the basic rundown.
Google entropic finishes for anybody listening that wants to know about that weird titanium nebula anodize. It's not hard. It's just really freaking annoying.
Basically, anodizing in a nutshell.
That's true. I guess that's true. Yeah, it's easy to do, hard to do well. Yeah,
dude, that is a very accurate way to describe it. Okay, 57 on Wordle. Because that's the most important, obviously. Yep. Still have Omni wheels open, hoping they'll come back into stock. Looking up Taurus tooling and Midway tooling. Speaking of Midway tooling, you now have to log in to get pricing on their website, which is annoying.
Get fucked.
No, I messaged the guy. I'm like, hey, what's up with this? He's like, no, he's having his competitors undercutting him by like $10. Like, not a lot of money. I'm talking South African rands, like 50 US cents. But that's enough that someone will buy from the cheaper guy, even if they have to pay more for shipping. Because South Africans are fucking retarded. I got a lot of anchor point pages open for some reason. Tickets for booking thingies, and then Tunnel, my shipping agent, with my list of shipments open because I want to see where EJ's parcel's at. Because that should be out for delivery today or tomorrow. What's in your Google box, Curt?
My Google box is a nerd's wet dream. It's just like 6,000 different pages on those pocket handhelds. Because with anything in life, when I decide I want to buy something, I'm like, you know what? I'll research this for 9 hours until I'm like, I've analyzed it so much that I just don't know what to do anymore. And then I just don't do anything because I just paralyze myself with too many indecisions. So, I started Googling a million things, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get this, and I'm going to play with it, and I'm going to enjoy the playing with it part. And
there we go.
And that's it. So yeah, it's literally my entire search is like handhelds, like Retroid Pocket 4 Pro versus 5 versus Odin versus. And there's other weird ones. And it's just like,
I went
what
down
am I doing?
A little while ago.
It's kind of fun. I do like it, but
that is a lot of fun. Yeah. But I went down that rabbit hole with portables a little while ago, and then I just started playing on my Xbox instead, since I have an Xbox already.
Yeah, like, and I was like, I could save this cash and just put it towards like a PC because I got to buy a PC anyways. And I'm like, but I'm like, I don't want to sit in my shop here. And
that's the thing. Yeah,
it's just like, I'm like, I could buy a comfy chair, but I'm like, I still don't want to do that. I just want something where I can just piss around with it. And
Well, you've been a bad influence with the audiobooks. Yes, I'm busy with Seven Eves. Like I said, I read Seven Eves back in the day. I am currently 19 hours into it. I have 13 hours left. And I'm now listening to it in bed before I go to sleep because it's at the interesting part. It's like, I'm burning through that at a hella pace. And then, I've got a bunch of other stuff lined up after that. But thoroughly enjoying it. And I walk around the house making dinner, listening to Seven Eves. Waiting for Danica, need to go somewhere, waiting for listening to Seven Eves for 2 minutes quickly. It's a bit of a problem.
I re-listened to that Artemis that I told you about last week just to see if it holds up. It's actually pretty good. I enjoyed it. Cool. I listened to it in like less than 2 days. I pounded through it because I'm like, I forgot I like this one. It's the same thing. It's Andy Weir, so it's still it's not as hard details. This is like Martian and Project Hail Mary, but it's still a really good listen. And the audio, the reader's pretty decent as well. So I dug it.
Danica's got some ways to get me audiobooks now. Yeah, because like with all TV shows and things, they're not available where they used to be available, which is really frustrating. Like we were trying to watch Rick and Morty the other day. It used to be on South African Netflix. They've got season 7. They don't have the new season. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
To the Pirate Bay. Speaking of the Pirate Bay, South Park. Have you seen the 2 episodes that are out from season 27?
I've seen clips, but I haven't seen them full through. They're so good.
They're great. They are amazing. Thoroughly entertaining. So we watching that at the moment, downloading those as they come out. Because again, can't watch it locally.
Yeah.
We wanted to watch Jurassic World Rebirth. So last night I was like, hey, where can I watch this? Amazon Prime. Cool. Click on it. We've got Amazon Prime. Not available in your country. The Pirate Bay.
VPN.
Fuck VPN. I live in Africa.
Then at least you can get whatever you want.
Throw a fucking chicken wing at the oak and you sorted. Fuck's sakes. Yeah. No, dude. Fucking no law and order in this place.
Just so you can access from different countries, because then it's probably available.
Fuck that shit. I'll just torrent it. And then I'll put it on my NAS.
Whatever's easier, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, no, the problem is if you VPN in, it's not our Amazon Prime, it's Danica's friend's Amazon Prime. So if we VPN in, then we have to re-log in and get a code from her. So no, screw that shit.
I gotcha.
Although I should probably VPN into my Netflix so my mother-in-law can't use it. Because then we're too far away from her.
That's a weird world we live in, where it's like, as long as someone makes like whatever content easily accessible and not a hellacious amount of cash, I'll probably just pay the cash, so I don't have to go through 100%. The annoyance of like trying to borrow it from the internet.
That's Steam. Like Steam made video games.
Absolutely.
You stop pirating games because you could just get them. And they weren't retardedly expensive. Same thing with Netflix. Netflix killed piracy. And then all their contracts started expiring and everyone else had their own streaming thing. And now you've got to have 8 different streaming services, so piracy's on the uptick again.
Yeah, we've just rebuilt cable with stupid streaming services. 100%.
I know. That is exactly
Steam is made, and you know what Steam does in the spring? They have their Steam sale, and then everybody's wallet
4
cries.
times a year. Dude, 4 times a year. Yeah.
I know. And I always get the email. This title on your wish list is 90% off. You're like, what?
One mate's really excited for GTA 6. I'm like, yeah, dude, when I can get GTA 6 for like $50, then sure. I'm not paying $500 for that game. It's never, ever happened. Yeah. Like, when I can get it for basically free and everyone's found all the exploits, then I will do it. And even then, I probably won't, because I don't really want to sit and play games. Like, I'll tell you now, they're in the chat. My mate Seabass and Dr. Faku are busy playing. I don't know. They're just talking. But yeah, like every night, my mates who still play games are on like high school guys that I went to high school with. Like we used to drop into PUBG. We used to try and get matched, like get onto the same server, and then all change into the same clothing so we could recognize each other, and then play as 2 teams. Like I used to got all sorts of dumb shit in that game. It's super, super not legit. Anyway, I think we're going to end up there. Where can people find your things?
You can find my lack of any way to purchase my product at confoundedmachine.com, because you can't even sign up for lotteries. So that's annoying, but it's what it's got to be right now until I wanted to ask you about that.
But we'll chat about that between the shows.
I haven't got a ton of hate mail yet, but it's anyways,
coming.
I appreciate you all who do support me, and I don't know, send me an email if you're outraged, but Most 99% of the people that follow me are super kind. So anyways, foundamachine.com, all the weird stuff there. How about you, Jamie?
You can find us at jspeceng.com. We've got the anchor point on there. We've got some t-shirts. You can also find the podcast at thelone-machinists.com. There's a bunch of merch over there that goes to giving my wife money and also making me not stay in South Chicago if the US exists next year. And then on Instagram, you can find me at jspec_engineering. You can check out the fancy shenanigans, including the very fancy green anchor point that we did that is probably going to be removed from the internet because I ruined it. That'll be in my stories until, well, like a few hours from now when this podcast comes out, and then we'll probably fall into the ether until I mount it on something where you can't see what I did to it. That's about it. And if you enjoyed the podcast, please give us a like, subscribe, all those things. The video, if you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, video is available on YouTube and Zencaster. And go check it out. Go look at our ugly faces. And we will see you next week.
Yeah, I even shaved for this podcast. So anyways.
That's my plan for this week.
Take care, all.